I can't tell.
Is the light on?
I don't know. Go and poke it.
I'll go poke it.
Hello. Wait. Hang on. I can't. Do you see?
I don't know.
The red light's on. The red light's blinking. Wait.
Hello.
Hi.
And welcome to the very first episode of 2GeekyGirls.
We are two girls and we are geeky.
I'm Lady Valentine and this is...
I'm Ivy Black. Hello. Very nice to meet you. As you can see, we're both in costume. Tell us a bit about you.
I am Harley Quinn from the Arkham games, Arkham Asylum, or Nurse Harley. As far as the costume is concerned, it is very, very nice, very practical. The only thing I don't like is how it goes down at the back here.
I like that word, practical.
Practical. When you sit down, it kind of just pushes everything, and it's a little bit uncomfortable, but we can work with it. And we've also got another Batman game.
Yes, we have. I'm modelling the new Arkham Ivy from Arkham Knight. It's very new. She's gone through a bit of a character transformation in terms of design-wise. If you've looked at it, if you know your way around the original games, you'll know that she's gone through a bit of a change. Normally she's got all of her ivy all over. This is a lot easier to do. Thank you. It's so much easier to do in terms of cosplay. She's gone much simpler. Hair, makeup, everything. So I thought I'd give it a go while it's new and fresh. The game isn't out yet. I will twirl. Wait.
Twirl.
Get the jacket.
Get the jacket.
There we go. Hello.
Twirl.
Yes. Seamless.
Seamless.
So graceful. Maybe she's born with it.
Maybe it's Ivy.
Me. Damn it. Well, we're both going to go for something completely different then. I don't know what I was going yeah, so basically that's us. The show is going to be filmed in conjunction with 2GeekyGirls. Mm-hmm. Very kind of them.
Thank you for stealing their name.
Yeah, and
totally
putting a sexy girly swing on it. So they're going to be coming to see us. We're going to see them. Not like that.
Yeah,
not like that.
We'll be doing competitions between each other. Yeah. Silly things like how many Jaffa cakes can you fit in your face?
She just made that one
I
up
did, right
on the spot right
That's
there.
How good we are. That's how good
Don't
we are.
trust things she says, please.
We are going to talk about quite a few things, like we're going to have cosplayers send our pictures in and things like that. We've got some for Daredevil, which we're going to do in a minute.
Yes,
we'll do
amazing Daredevil.
Silly things like test a toy. Basically, we're going to have a toy and we're going to talk through where we got it from.
All kinds of stuff.
We've already had one sent in, which is quite nice.
Yes, on to that in a bit. We're going to be talking about all kinds of new cool stuff that's come out in the news, even stuff that maybe it's gone by a few weeks ago, but it's still pretty big news in terms of geekdom. So we're going to be geekdom. So we're going to be talking about all kinds of things. If you enjoy that kind of thing, stick around. We have been watching, I have been watching Daredevil.
I still haven't seen this. I really need to as well.
She has been sleeping under a rock.
And shunning technology.
Yes. Everyone should have seen Daredevil by now. Everyone. It is amazing. Charlie Cox from Stardust. Cox. All grown up and blind and vulnerable and kicking ass and taking names and wearing tight black leather pants and stuff like that. Well, not really leather, but it's
leather.
Fantastic. It's become the new Hannibal for me in terms of like just everything. Music, production value, storyline isn't a bit cheesy. It's fantastic. Forget about a certain Daredevil movie that happened many years ago. And I think that you should watch it there's one scene that sums up how awesome it is. It's the...
You spoke about this, the microwave to the face scene.
You ruined it!
I'm sorry, I'm so excited about it though.
You ruined my build-up to microwave to the face. Spoiler alert, a guy gets hit in the face with a microwave and it's awesome. Who hasn't dreamed about throwing a microwave in someone's face? It's a 7-minute long continuous shot. And all the actors you can see at the end, they're ready to drop dead because a lot of the stunts are performed by Charlie Cox. There are a few scenes where you can tell they very, very sneakily switched to a stuntman for a few special things. They're set in a long corridor, and they're like crashing through doors every now and then, so they'll go and then they'll disappear and you'll hear them like crashing around in a room, and then he'll come tumbling back out, and it won't be him, it will be his stuntman lookalike double to continue doing some amazing stuff that he can't normally do, and then they'll just keep on changing now and then. You can tell kind of where they've gone to like have a break, so he's sat in the next room like it's just, oh, there, dribbled everywhere. Am I leaking? I'm just watering myself, dear. Yeah, anyway.
Let the moss grow.
Ew, nasty. Anyway, there's this fantastic scene. I'm going to show it you. I'm going to show it to your face right now.
I haven't seen this, by the way. But
wait for it. Right, fighting, more fighting. Wait for it. 3, 2, 1. He comes in to check. Microwave. And
play it again.
The bouncing action as it comes off his skull. It's amazing. You know,
wait.
And you know that. Yeah, go on, go.
One.
Get excited.
Microwave to the face.
I've taught her a new thing.
Oh,
That's going to be an internet meme tomorrow.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's just, I love how you can tell it's a good quality microwave because the door doesn't burst open as it smacks into him.
Somebody's dinner could be in there.
Yeah, he's just laying on the ground like, oh, that was my waffle.
That was my burrito.
It's just, he lies there for the rest of the fight. You can see him in the background, like really distant, just like trying to get up, like.
Oh. We should do the Daredevil Cosplayers.
The Daredevil cosplay, yes. We have had dashing Daredevilers send their
if
devilry
you
into
follow
us.
either me or Ivy here, you'll notice that we've asked for Daredevil cosplayers to send them more pictures in, and we have actually. We've had quite a good response, which is really nice. First of all, I'd like to mention Jason Miller.
Jason Miller, oh yes. Hello, Jason Miller. Hi.
He sent his Daredevil in, which is a good Daredevil, very good Daredevil. Also, we've got Colin Brooks. We'll do the whole fit it in my hands thing. Can we do it? Fit it in my hands.
Gonna poke at him and stuff like that. You know it's not gonna be in your hands. It's
probably I really want it in my hands.
You're just box dancing. He's at, what is this? He has a page called Kalian Creations.
Celian Creations?
I'm saying Kalian, I like it.
You're going to go with Kalian.
Kalian
Please
Creations.
let us know.
Check out his
the
page.
Pronunciation.
Do a cat noise. No, I meant like the pigeon one that you're going, I can't make that I don't know what I'm doing.
The next cosplay we do have is Claire Lefar. Like Jafar from Aladdin.
You have a very, very cool name.
Lefar?
Claire
Lefar.
Is
it Lefar or Lefar or?
She's
Please let us know.
She's called Claire.
She's called Claire.
This is her cosplay. Lovely. It's very good.
It's a bit different, which is really nice, actually.
Yeah,
really
I
nice.
like it. Going for obviously lawyer Matt Murdock rather than fighting crime and busting asses in the courtroom rather than in the streets.
There's a Kyle Nicholson. I'm going to say Kyle because Kylie Boo.
Kyle.
He is at.
He's got an Instagram. It's right. Is that Zalo? Zelio.
Zalio. So I think we need to go back to school.
We're going to spell it out on the screen.
Yep. So we've got.
We apologise.
Xelyo.
Well
Zelio.
Done. Spelling bee.
Spelling bee.
Then, last but not least, we have the lovely Tom Hunt.
One of our very own from Gotham Cosplayers UK.
Oh, yay. Are we going to
give them a shout out?
Yeah,
we should give them a shout out.
Let people look at Tom for a while first.
Let people look at Tom for a while.
Look at that Tomness.
He is one of our very own Gotham Cosplayers from Gotham Cosplayer UK. Please go and check it out. We are now live on the website.
They're live on the interweb.
On the interweb. And on Le Facebook.
You can surf on over to them, I'm told. You can bodyboard over to them and check stuff out. Well, speaking of cool people sending us cool stuff in, we have a toy. We have a toy. Here it is. It was sent in to us by
It was Amy. Lovely Amy. Yes,
Amy from
thank you,
Manchester,
Amy.
spelt AIMEE, the classy
Double
way to
E.
spell Amy. I'm so glad I've got this. It is Dr. Mrs. the Monarch, the Bobblehead. If you haven't watched The Venture Brothers yet, you need to go and watch it. It's amazing. It's not a new series. It's been going on for a while. I think we're on hiatus with the latest one. It's fantastic. It's a spin-off on all the old, like boy adventurer movies. They do like a Scooby-Doo riff in it and stuff like that. Yeah, she started off as Dr. Girlfriend, and she always looked like Jackie O with like a little purple pillbox hat and stuff like that. She was someone who was married to a president. Right, and she is the sidekick, well, the more intelligent, better half of a supervillain called the Monarch, who is basically a full-grown man who dresses like a monarch butterfly, and he flies a flying cocoon and has butterfly henchmen. It's amazing.
Sounds
He
amazing.
throws like butterfly batarangs at people. He's pretty badass actually, but
Butterangs.
yeah, butterangs.
Butterang.
Butterangs! Release the butterangs! They do this thing where someone breaks in and he goes, release the butterflies! And they open this trapdoor and all these dead butterflies fall out on this guy's. And he's just in like the control room, like, right, whose job was it to feed the butterflies? It's just like, it's really cute, wacky stuff.
We are going to unbox it.
Foxy costume. I can't unbox it. What's wrong? What is this contraption? Yeah, no.
Don't smash it. Smash it with a hammer.
Don't smash Dr. Girlfriend. That's the Monarch's job.
Oh!
It's oh wow. Okay, so basically, it's not really a spoiler alert because it's happened quite a while ago, but she marries him in the end, and she becomes Dr. Mrs. the Monarch instead, and this is her costume upgrade that she gets. So it's pretty sexy. Now she's a feisty looking woman. What do you think?
Yeah,
You would.
I would.
You'd give her a kiss and
It's
brush
the-
her hair
it's-
and
I
sniff her
like
feet and stuff. She is really funny because the voice of her character, she's voiced by a dude, and she has a really deep voice, because I think at some point they mentioned that she smokes like 6 packs of cigarettes a day. You find out that's the reason for her voice, but she's got like this really deep voice, like, hey honey, hi. Like, not like that because that was just terrible, but she's this ultra super babe. Look, she's got like her butterfly wings hanging down at the back and stuff like that. Well, she definitely bobbles. She definitely bobbles that head. And look, just like this. Bop bop, bop bop. Anyway, she's really great. She's the more intelligent half of the group. She invents all his cool creations, like his little dart guns and stuff. But yeah.
Let's review the actual toy.
Let's review that toy. Look at it.
It's really sturdy, actually. It's quite heavy. So when you put it down somewhere, it's going to stay there.
Let's do the head shake. That's her getting angry.
They're getting very
Okay,
angry.
so nothing's come off yet. Like, ooh.
Normally on things like this, they're not very well painted either. But she's actually very well put together.
It's very nice. Nice makeup job. Very tasteful.
A very nice.
She kind of looks a bit
nice
like
makeup.
Victoria Beckham.
Oh,
She's really angry, early days Victoria Beckham.
And from a cosplay point of view as well, I think the costume itself would be a little bit revealing, but the whole toy itself reveals every little bit of the costume. So if you were going to cosplay this would be a really good toy to get.
They do all kinds of different other ones according to this. I mean, they've got the original Dr. Girlfriend, then they've got the Monarch, they've got the actual Venture Brothers, who I haven't spoken about, the Butterfly Henchman, Brock Sampson. He's amazing. if anyone has a Brock Sampson cosplay, please send me in a picture. If you have any of the Venture Brewers, please, because I was at London MCM last October walking around and I saw a guy in a butterfly henchman costume walking and I was like, henchman chasing after a crazy guy in a butterfly suit who's like, what the trying to, like, running away. I could not find him. I don't know how you lose a 6-foot man in a butterfly costume in a crowded place, but that is just Comic-Con. So yeah, if you have anything like that, please send it in. I will be your fangirl for life. So yeah, where are we sticking her?
Well, we need like shelves, don't we?
We will get shelves for now.
We will get shelves for next time.
I will put her there and she can bobble away.
She can bobble away. And this is the part of the show where we talk about a movie that has come out or it's going to come out.
An awesome movie.
Ultron.
Age of.
The Age of the Ultron.
I've got chills.
We know this is coming out a little bit later, but people still may have not seen this. We're hoping they have, so we're just going to talk about the posters until everybody has seen it. All I'm going to say is take your tissues with you.
The posters are gold dust
They're
this
amazing.
time round. They've just decided, okay, you know what? Zoom! You can see everything
It's
on
like,
the
hello,
suit.
all you cosplayers, here's what the costume actually looks like.
Yeah, a lot of people they've still got the same costume that they normally do, but you've got, like, Hulk isn't really a costume, he's CG,
He's
but
just CGI,
if you count everyone else in, they're going really up close in them. Like, if you've got, you've got Iron Man, someone was actually saying to me a few weeks ago they were really upset because they were really angry that Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. didn't have his helmet on in his Iron Man poster. He's like, he needs his helmet on. It has all his schematics in it. How will he fly without it? What if he gets punched in the face by Ultron? I was like, it's only in the
It's a poster. Calm down. It's a poster.
Just for in the poster. It's like, but they kind of have done it. Like, and here we've got like Black Widow, Hawkeye, Hulk, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, it's just everyone and then Tony Stark.
He's a man on his own. It's just like, I'd follow him to hell and back, I would.
I do like the new Scarlet Witch poster because that has all the detail, like even on a necklace and stuff like that.
She's gonna be a big cosplay character lately. She
is.
already is. People are already
Jess,
going for
do
the yes. People are already going for the retro version, but the new one is going to be popping up everywhere now.
It's such an easy cosplay to do as well.
She's got the coolest power.
She
It's
does.
just, she does all the
What
weird
even
hand
is her
twisting and red eye stuff. What I like about these is I spent ages when I was making my Black Widow cosplay, like looking into all the kind of like the material they were made of. I was like on every forum, like researching, trying to figure out what the hell kind of material that suit was made out of. And then they've just gone right ahead on this one, gone, oh, you've finished your Black Widow cosplay, that's nice. Here's a really close-up shot of the weave of the fabric that we used in the suit. And it's like, oh, look at that, that's nice. But it's really useful. It's like, because the suits have become so iconic and so big now, every con you're at, you see the Avengers. It's just amazing.
Vision as well. The Vision, that is great from like a makeup perspective. I'm gonna have to do this.
He's becoming like a new little sex symbol with teenage girls. And I'm like, Jarvis is purple.
Oh man, like if you saw him in the original, like in the comic books and stuff, you think, yeah, he's alright, you know. He's got like Silver Surfer-esque to him, but in the film,
the head crystal.
Anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about from a cosplay point of view.
Costume wise, the only one who's really gone through a big radical costume change is Black Widow for a new is it the shock suit?
Which she uses like twice.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of beef with the shock suit. It's amazing. It looks really cool, but it's like that, having seen the film, just to be cool. Because she's an assassin. So she's got to do like all a ninja hopping round. I know she doesn't ninja hop round. It's a new dance I'm creating. But what she's like the sneaking round a warehouse in the dark, trying to creep up on people, and she's growing. She is growing. She's glowing bright blue. It's like a sex shop window glowing in the darkness.
Like, I'm
She's
here.
like, Tony Stark made that suit for you. It's the most high-tech equipment in the world, and he didn't fit a dimmer switch in it or like an off switch for when you're trying to sneak around in the dark. She's like trying to sneak up on someone. She's like lit up bright blue. I was like, yeah, it looks cool. But how does it? What is its functionality? It doesn't seem practical. And when the actual she actually used like the shock batons.
Like
I don't want to give up too much for spoilers, but it was over in like.
It was like, was that all they were for? Oh, considering
she
they were a
busted
big
a
part.
couple of heads using it. I was like, oh, that's what it's for, and it was cool. But I mean, obviously, the film was like 2.5 hours long.
You could have fit a lot more baton action.
In the footage
Stop
that they
smiling,
haven't
Mr.
been able
Cameraman.
to fit in, there may have been a lot more that they haven't been able to, fit in because like, oh, we've got a lot of stuff in this movie. We better take the baton stuff out.
We would like to talk more in depth about Age of Ultron, but we do understand it's been a massive thing and people don't want spoilers and stuff, and people may not have seen it yet. We may talk about it.
Guys,
Shut the goose.
it's okay. It's a Marvel
Take your tissues. Yeah. Nobody dies in a Marvel film.
Nobody dies. You thought Loki was dead and he wasn't.
No.
You thought Fury was dead and he
No.
wasn't. You thought Coulson was dead.
No.
And he brought him back with magic and sent him to Hawaii for a few months. He's fine. It's just that no one dies in Marvel for long, do they? They just like
They don't know.
it's the safest
I swear,
place
if they don't
to
bring
be.
that character back, I will
Unless
be
you're
very
an
upset.
extra or you're off screen, you're gonna die. But if you're one of the main cast, you're gonna be okay.
You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. So, probably in the next episode, we will talk more in depth on either a movie. Please suggest one if you'd like it. If
Yeah,
not,
tell us to do one.
tell us what you want. Tell us to do one.
Tell us to do one. And now for something completely different.
Something on the more serious note.
Some of you may have heard about this in the
Certain
news.
article.
A certain article from a tabloid paper whose name we will not mention.
We do not want to give this any
We
more
do,
publicity
yeah, we-
than it's already had.
I was going to do a rhyming slang.
A rhyming.
for it,
Let's
but
not do.
no,
Let's not
let's
even
not.
give them that.
You're not even worth a rhyming slang. It's some of you may have heard about this. It's a bit of a touchy issue. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are gonna have something to say about it.
Basically what we're talking about is an article describing female cosplayers at a certain event. One of the
in a derogatory fashion.
very derogatory fashion, and the fact that it wasn't well covered at all.
No.
There was the journalist who covered it had no idea what she was talking about at all, and it
Yeah,
was
we've-
written terribly. We can read a few quotes from it.
So if I was to describe a character as black cat suit, so there's your first hint, cat ears and a whip. And apparently they have no idea that that's Catwoman.
Not at all.
So it's
Apparently.
like my 6-year-old niece knows that that's Catwoman. I'm actually quite flabbergasted by that one, to be honest.
The article itself was terribly written, but when we gave our input into it, saying you can use the article, that's fine. All we want you to do is change certain
Yeah,
aspects
just-
of the article,
Know your stuff, please.
and we've had a few replies.
We've had a lot of people got very interesting replies, actually, because a lot of people had
got-
something to say about it
To start off, we got a bulk email.
sent out. We know
Everybody got the same email. Basically stating that it wasn't the journalist's fault that she
didn't know what she was reporting
didn't know
on.
what she was
It's not
reporting
her
on.
fault. Basically, it was playing up Comic-Con as basically a fest where you can go and expect loads of sexy women, and yeah, to be
There's
fair.
quite
You
a
can
few
do.
there.
I mean, yeah. But they didn't represent a cross-section of people. They just zoomed in on a few certain women of a very particular aesthetic pleasingness and chose to focus on their costumes. They didn't look at any of the hundreds of thousands of children who were visiting with the parents. They didn't look at any of the people who weren't in costume. They didn't look at older people, younger people.
It was basically people of an age range with a certain waist size.
The radar was on basically for what they had an idea of what they wanted to look at, and how they chose to represent it wasn't very flattering. So they basically, we're not going to say slut shamed, but they have made them out to be
Saying they're only going there
to
look sexy.
Doing it for the attention to look sexy. I mean, you're probably at home saying, well, you can't really say anything because look at how you're dressed. Well, we chose to dress this way on purpose because we wanted to, because of this article. So
to prove a point, basically. These are our favourite characters.
Also, we like these characters. A lot of the girls in them chose costumes that were very important to them. They haven't asked them any questions about them, obviously, because they still didn't have a clue who any of them were. And yet, in the reply we got back, they said, well, everyone had permission to use the photos, but there was one girl in particular who was very upset.
And she stopped cosplaying through this.
Yeah, she stopped cosplaying for a while because she was worried about the sort of attention it would get her and how she was represented. Yeah.
And for an article to spook someone so much, she stops cosplaying for a while.
And it was her first.
It was her
first con that she'd ever been to, and that was what happened to her. It's kind of freaked her out a lot. I imagine she's got quite a bit of attention over it. Maybe not how she wanted.
Like just a small little bit of it. Says it's taken me a while to be able to find the courage to write this, as I have not been able to think of this without crying. The article itself destroyed her, and if it wasn't through like Gotham Cosplayers UK and friends and family, she wouldn't have cosplayed again. And cosplay is one of the most important things once you've discovered it to carry on doing.
It isn't about trying to look sexy. They haven't mentioned anything about the amount of hours of work that people have put in, the skill they've had to learn, anything. They didn't care about any of the costumes. They just cared about the girls wearing the costumes. Yeah,
it's unfair. That's basically what it is. It's unfair. And when we have written to say, please can you change certain aspects of it, I did write a complaint, which I got a bulk email back to, which I furthered with an email saying, further to your bulk email, I don't even believe you've read my email. You've not stated any of the points that I've mentioned there, and not replied to anything I've said, which I then got a personal email back.
Let me get my good voice on. All of the women pictured in this article have chosen characters whose costumes would be considered sexy in that they appeal to heterosexual male fantasy and emphasise the body parts that our culture associates with sex and sex appeal. Perhaps they're unaware of this, but it is certainly not the fault of the reporter that, rightly or wrongly, they will be viewed in this way. I am sure that the cosplayers featured have their own reasons for dressing as they do, but the fact is, in choosing to dress up as characters that are highly sexualised representations of women, they will unsurprisingly be viewed as such. So...
We would read the rest, but we're only allowed to read 4 lines.
It has the name in. We're not allowed to. We don't want any more publicity for the article.
This certain article.
But basically, it's very interesting reading because it's basically they seem to be of the opinion that if you're a woman and you choose to dress a certain way, then you deserve to have certain bad things happen to you because of it, and it's your fault. And
it's basically villainising the victims.
It's just...
Words just cannot describe how angry we are with this.
I'm She-Hulking.
This has been used in cliche so many times, but cosplayers not consent. I hate myself for saying that, but it's right. We need to address these issues, and we'd like for you to write in to either our YouTube channel, put it in the comments. There'll be a link to our Twitter, and there'll be a link to our Facebooks.
Yeah, tell us about any bad things that have happened to you. What are your opinions on it? And
on the other hand, if you've had any really good opinions, any really good sort of dealings with the press, there'll probably not be a lot out there, but if there is, we'd love to hear them. Anything like that, we would love to know.
Okay, rant over.
Rant over and cut screen. It's question time! Question time! Question time! Question time! It's question time, in case you haven't noticed. We've had a few questions sent in, actually, which is quite nice. Could you tell? The lovely Melanie, is that Melanie? Melanie has said, what are the ages of the youngest and oldest cosplayers you've ever heard of or known? Probably my niece is the youngest cosplayer I know.
That's a challenge. If you know a younger cosplayer, send one in.
I'm gonna say
in a
she's
box.
3. She's probably not. My sister will kill me. I'm gonna say 4. Probably 4. We're gonna go with 4. We're gonna go with 4. And the oldest. Oh,
I saw some people lately online who were I don't know if they were in costume as old, had really, really good special effects makeup on, or whether they actually were old, but they were dressed as like old, what was it? Old Princess Leia. And
I saw that,
and Han, like, I think it was Leia had a Zimmer frame or something, and
I
like
did.
Han had like a ear trumpet, and they were like walking around like,
and the stick
get off my
tennis balls on the
lawn, Chewie. What's that rap music you're listening to? Like stuff,
That was pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know, it's amazing.
How did you two first meet?
She shoved a donut in my face.
It was at work. I had a packet of donuts and she was fanning around looking all... I didn't know anybody and she was dead shy and I went, do you want a donut? She went, oh.
Yeah, that...
And basically how it happened.
And upon this rock, our foundation was made. And then I told her that she looked like Harley Quinn.
And I had a massive fangirl.
She had a fangirl flutter.
Like,
she was like, oh! Let me show you my cosplays. I've done all 60 million of them.
And a beautiful friendship bloomed into poison ivy.
Bloomed. I see what you did.
I know. I get it.
Comical genius.
Which suit makeup took you the longest to do or make? Oh,
mine.
We're still working on him.
Mine. Let's see whose makeup.
Well, yeah.
Well, I'm lime green, so it takes. How long did it take me to put that on today?
About 45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour, people.
Because she forgot her tights.
Yeah, I did forget my tights.
I forgot my bracelet. So.
Yeah. I think my Arkham Asylum Ivy is the more difficult to make with all the swirly whirly vines. It's taken me about 4 goes from start to finish to try and get
the most complicated one that we're making together is probably the Uma Thurman Poison Ivy, because that is just taking the
it's just
beep to make. It really is, isn't it?
Because somebody agreed to do it.
Yeah.
Coming on in that
I'm gonna hold my hand up. 22nd of May we have a photo shoot.
Hopefully it will be ready and I'll have something to wear.
It will be ready.
Something pretty.
It will. The makeup that took me the longest was probably the Ice Dragon. You can see that on my page. That took about it was
amazing.
Good hour and a half just to do the face and chest, which was...
She really annoyed me because she was like, oh, look at this. And I was like, oh, that's amazing. She was like, yeah, I was bored and I just had blue eyeshadow. I was like, you were bored and you just had blue eyeshadow. So she MacGyvered a dragon face out of nowhere. I was like, I hate you so much.
Well,
It's absolutely amazing.
what was your first con you went to and why did you go? That's quite a good question, actually. Thanks. Thanks, Dave. Thanks, Dave.
My
Always,
Dave.
can always count on Dave.
You can always count.
Everyone
on
knows a Dave. My first con was 2010, actually. It was London MCM. That was October 2010.
Yeah, my first con was an October MCM in London.
It's a trend.
The first one I ever went to was last year's. That was the first. I was a convergent. A converted convergent. I've always been interested in all like the geeky side of stuff. You know, like the video games, and I'm quite violent on video games. Do not let this sweet facade fool you.
Just don't play with her on Soul Calibur.
I will eat your young. Yeah, that was the first one I'd ever been to, but I've caught the bug. Not that kind of bug, but
It's not a bug that, no.
The cosplaying bug.
And the reason why you started cosplaying?
There was this blonde. She was quite attractive. She asked me if I wanted to go to Comic-Con with her.
May have been me, I'm sorry. I started this. I started it.
It's all your fault.
My first con, actually, I only went to because I went to a fancy dress party at a place I'm not allowed to mention. And it was a superheroes and villains, and the new Batman game hadn't been released yet, but it was due to be released, so all the pictures were out. So I made my Arkham Asylum costume, and I absolutely loved it. And someone was like, "Oh, why don't you go to a Comic-Con?" I was like, "Oh, what is this mystical thing you've got? What is it? I would love to do what this is." And they sent me all the details, and I ended up going. And I went with Charlie, really good friend of mine, and my God, it was amazing, absolutely amazing. And since then, we do every London. We do every October London.
End of question time.
But feel free to send any questions in. You can either do it on our personal page, that's at Ivy Black, or at Lady Valentine Cosplay. The Twitter, which is in the link below.
We're going to look really stupid if
if
there's no
nothing
banner button.
We also have an email as well, which will be posted below. Just anything you want to ask us, send them in. We'll answer them.
But not that question.
But not that kind of question. Thanks for watching. We have been 2GeekyGirls.
We have been 2 girls being geeky.
2 girls being geeky. If you would like to see more,
hit like
or subscribe, or both. And if you'd like anything to be mentioned in the show, or any comments you have back for us, please write them in the comments below.
Down here.
Below.
Not under the table.
Not under the table.
I
have been Lady Valentine.
have been Ivy Black.
And goodbye for now.